if you put God first and your faith is strong, what the fuck in your faith tells you to hate other people?
Yeah, you were saying it's a smaller market.
Yeah, I think this is the most peace, or this is the happiest I've seen Kyrie, in my opinion, playing basketball outside of Duke in high school. Like, he's in Dallas. It's a smaller market. It seems like he has a little bit more privacy. He always keeps his family insulated from all the media and such. But I don't think this injury would prompt him to retire at all. I just think that it actually helped him become even more focused on the recovery, and he'll be ready to come back next season full steam ahead. I mean, we know countless people, athletes that have come back from, pretty serious knee injuries, and so I don't think this would be a hindrance at all. I think he'll recover pretty quickly, and I don't foresee him retiring anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think he has a reason to retire. So like I definitely don't see that in the near future. But again, with it being Kyrie Irving and just knowing that, for him it's bigger than basketball, seeing the different ambitions that he has around social justice and change for people of all different backgrounds. I could see him walking away from the game early. Is it right now with this injury? Not necessarily. Um, but if he did, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if he said I'm done and he moved on to doing other things. So I don't know. It's sad to see him go. I mean, of course, in Dallas in general, you're hearing a lot of chants right now, fire Nico, folks that are unhappy with the trade overall, especially when you look at how the season has went for the Mavericks after the trade. Simply put, it has not went well at all. Now they're still holding on to a play-in spot about a game and a half ahead of the Phoenix Suns, who can't seem to take advantage of the fact that the Mavericks are down two centers. They're down their star player Anthony Davis, who they traded Luka Doncic for, and then now also down their starting point guard and Kyrie Irving, a Hall of Famer and NBA champion. So again, you trade for Klay Thompson, you move some pieces for what you think could be a big season. You make a huge splash, one of the biggest trades in NBA history, and then everything just happens to go downhill. So the Mavericks are totally unlucky right now. It's tough to see Kyrie go, but if he didn't come back, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
And just to touch on the trade quickly, I know this is really centered around Kyrie. I still don't think the trade was that bad when you look at it on paper. Like, I don't think it was the best trade for longevity. But when you think about that roster and the makeup of the roster, you have several champions on that roster. NBA champions. I think they're going to be good next season. If they can stay healthy, I think they will be highly competitive next season. They just have to sprinkle in a few young pieces to keep things moving and keep the internal core of the group somewhat young. But they could be dangerous next year if you ask me.
I mean, I think it's all about, again, can they be dangerous? Sure, it's a lot of potential with the Mavericks, but you look at AD, who's been hampered by injuries throughout his career. You look at Klay Thompson, who's coming down to the back end of his career, not quite the shooter or the impact player that he was in his time in Golden State. And now you got Kyrie with the major injury and what looked like a promising playoff contender. I agree with you coming into this trade and looking at the pieces they had. It's like, wow, the Mavericks didn't get any worse by moving Luka. They actually improved in some ways, just like the Lakers did. Now it looks like, was this a smart move? Again, we don't know how many games we're going to get out of AD on any given season. And that's not a knock on him. He can't control his health to some extent. But you don't know. An ACL injury for a guy like Kyrie, who already has the miles that he has. I mean, does it change? Does it change the way he plays the game? Does it slow him down any? Does it, make him any less effective with finishing at the rim? One of the best finishers in the league. Who knows? We it's just so much that's still, unanswered for this Dallas Mavericks team.